Hello children, good morning. Today we are going to study mainly the helminthus worm diseases, okay, and also one fungal disease. Fungal disease is ringworm and ascariasis and elephantiasis. These two are caused by helminthus worms, okay. So and about the types of immunity, so just introduction we will study today. Let us continue the chapter. So first is ascariasis. So ascariasis, it is caused, the causative agent is Ascaris lumbricoides, that is roundworm, helminthus worm. So actually how does it enter inside? Worm cannot enter inside your body. So how does it enter? It enters in the form of eggs. Okay, so if you play in soil or if you touch any dirty articles and all, no, so automatically the small eggs of the egg, this ascaris worms, so it can be in between your nail and the muscle, it can be the, or it can be to the attached along with the finger. Okay, so then automatically when you are taking your food without washing hands, the eggs of the worms will enter inside and slowly it grows into long worm. Okay, the round worm. The consumption of contaminated water also it can cause, apart from unclean hands. So consumption of contaminated water, mainly it is also the rainy season. During that time you can get vegetables also you have to wash properly, fruits also you have to wash properly. So contamination, how does it occur? It occurs through feces of infected person and which have the egg of the parasite actually. So this vegetables, fruits will have the eggs of the parasite, then it enters inside your body and it will grow into full size. So target organ is intestine. So what does it cause? Symptoms, it can be internal bleeding of intestine, muscular pain, fever, anemia, blockage of intestine. So when does it occur? When it is more, ascaris worms, no, it is more. Children, normally deworming it is done for all people, mainly for small children being done, because normally unknowingly they put their hands, fingers inside their mouth, so that's why it can enter inside. So actually periodical deworming is done for you also by government. They are doing deworming. Deworming tablets are being distributed for you. So you see here, that is the cross section of intestine in the inside that they have shown, LS of the intestine. So the ascaris adult female, how is it? It is given. Then adult male, actually the males are smaller in size. The length is short comparing to female. You see here, when the worms it becomes grows more, the entire that intestine is filled by worms. When it is more, then it can cause intestinal blockage. The food, it cannot move inside intestine. So that's why the clean habits is much needed. Okay, next one, let us study regarding elephantiasis. It can be known as filariasis also. The causative organism of this disease is Wucheria bancrafti and Wucheria malai. Okay, the filarial worms. This is also intestinal parasite. This worms we call that as helminthus worms. It is not intestinal parasite. Okay, so it is actually the bite of female mosquito. Okay, the Culex mosquito, it causes the disease. The target organ here, it is lymphatic vessels of lower limbs, genital organs and all being attacked. So here the chronic inflammation of the organs occurs. So it is not suddenly, it won't happen, it takes many years. Then the lymphatic vessels also get affected. So it results in the swollen feet. It will look like feet, the leg of an elephant. That's why we call that as elephantiasis. So here the filarial worm diagram given. So the deformation of genital organ also can be there. See here. So here you can observe the feet, elephant feet, how the swollen feet is there. Okay. So normally it is how is it being infected? The Culex mosquito, female Culex mosquito, it spreads. So actually the mosquito related diseases, by killing the mosquito you can control. Next is ringworm. It is the fungal disease. The causative agent is Microsporum trichophyton epidermophyton. So all are fungal diseases. So how do you get the disease acquired from the soil? Using towel and clothes and comb of the infected individual. So that's why you have to use separate towel at home also, and comb also, everything it has to be separate, even brush, everything, no, that it maintains, it gives you personal hygiene. So common articles should not be shared. So if anybody is suffering from this ringworm disease, it can be infect others also. So normally when it will be the heat and moisture, it enhances the growth, and during rainy season it can be that. Otherwise, no, if always you are wearing, no, the wet cloth, and it is, no, even the shoes also, no, the socks also wet automatically, so you will get, no, this type of diseases, because it promotes the fungal growth. Mainly the target organs, skin, nails, folds of the skin, okay, and also the toes and all getting affected. So symptoms, what are the symptoms? Appearance of dry scaly lesions in skin, nails and scalp. Okay, so it can be there, and lesion is accompanied by intense itching. Itching will be more for that. So you see here, the how do you get the disease? Ringworm, no, in between the toes you can get, and here one patch they have given, and the microsporum under microscope, how does it look like? The photographs are given for you. Okay children, so today we have covered filariasis, ascariasis, and the fungal disease, that is ringworm also we have covered today children. Remember all the causative organisms. Okay, so you study and write the notes also, and the given assignment also you complete children. So next let us see regarding immunity. So immunity, that is the overall ability of a person to fight against disease, you call that as immunity. Okay, so if you are having immunity, then you won't be getting the disease. So there are two types of immunity are there. It can be innate immunity or acquired immunity. So innate immunity, it is present from the time of birth, and it is not pathogen specific. From the birth itself you get, that is innate immunity, inbuilt immunity. Acquired immunity, you are not getting from the birth, it is pathogen specific. For example, some of the diseases, chickenpox and measles, if some of the childhood diseases are not repeated later. So why is it like that? Because the immunity, it is based on the memory, because once you are getting the attack of the particular microorganism, the memory is developed, and the immune system, no, and they store the memory, and the second time attack, no, so they will produce, they will fight against that organism, and you won't be getting the disease. So mainly the two types of immunity, so we will focus upon the coming part of the chapter. So next tomorrow we will study that. So immune system, this is the diagram, flow diagram. Simply it is, no, making you to understand innate immunity, acquired immunity. So innate, it is, no, natural barrier. Okay, natural killer cells are there, physical barriers, that you call that as innate immunity. How do you protect your home? So by making compound wall the same way, it is just like that, it protects you, it is a physical barrier. Acquired immunity, that is, no, cell mediated and humoral. If it enters inside your body, so after that what does it do? So accordingly the immunity is that you call that as cell mediated. Cell mediated is caused by T cells and B cells, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. So then, and humoral immunity, it is, no, antibody mediated. Okay children, in the coming classes, no, we will study and discuss this all types of immunity and all. Okay, till then you whatever assignments given, you complete that, and if you are having any doubts, you can contact me. Thank you children.